right this instant. This is going to be a fun one. We're going to start off here in our heat race, aka Cedar Lake, but nevertheless, here we go. We're going to get things started off. This is going to be the finale of our second season in the 305 series. We come in with a decent side over Vincent Jackson. Let's see how we can get this thing going. Going to start fourth here in heat race number 1. The green flag is going to be in the air, and we are underway. We qualified 13th, so we'll have to see how this is going to go over the course of this event. Oh, already into the wall. The opening lap of the race. Big slide job there. We're up to third now. Car's not handling its best, at least right now, but I'm sure I'll get the hang of it over the course of the race. Jackson goes high. Guy we're racing for the point standings here. We're going to slide up in front of him, and now he rubs on past us, and we'll try to cross him over going into turns 1 and 2, but he blocks the inside. We can't get to him. So Ben Armstrong, let me tell you, Armstrong, he is closing in on Jackson. He's only 8 points behind him in the standings here. We came into this race with a 50-point lead, so maybe Armstrong has a shot at the title too. He's 58 points back in third place. So we got a 3-driver race for the championship with 4 races to go on this live stream. Another one coming up right after this to start the 410 Sprint Car Series. So hopefully we go out with a bang and win the title here. Well, man, all the way up against the wall went Armstrong there that last lap. He looks like he's going to be tough to beat here in this one. 3 laps to go. We're slightly catching him. We're about 2 seconds off the lead. Now we're about 1.5 seconds off the lead. Two laps to go in heat race number 1. Looks like we're going to finish second, though. We'll be starting 5th in the qualifying dash. Seemed to be faster, at least early on in this event, than Vincent Jackson, so that could be good. Man, we got so loose that time. Now up into the wall, still trying to catch the car. Final lap of the race coming out of turn 4. Ben Armstrong is going to win heat race number 1. We're going to bring it home in second, so at least we're in the qualifying dash. Hey, Mr. Pizza, how's it going? So into the qualifying dash, here we go. Should be a fun event coming forth. Going to be starting 5th. Green flag is going to be in the air. Let's see where we compare to the rest of these leaders. Vincent Jackson didn't even make the qualifying dash. That is unbelievable. Remember, he will now have to start 9th in the feature. We already have a 50-point lead on him here. He can't have that happen. But Ben Armstrong looks like the guy to beat here. He's 58 points back. Can't forget that he's still got a shot at the title. So if he wins this race, that could go a long way, especially if we don't have the finish that we would necessarily need. Looks like we're catching up on Samantha Wilson here for second in the opening laps of the dash. Looking to the inside, big slide job. Can we hold it? No. We got to make sure Fabiano doesn't get behind or gets in front of us. Fabiano looking around the inside. 5 laps to go already here. These heat races and dashes are just so quick. Fabiano gonna test the inside. We're gonna run the little bit higher line there through 3 and 4. Try to get the straightaway speed. Diamonding the corner off. Great crossover move into turns 1 and 2 to get back to third. But now that we're battling for the third spot, it's allowing Samantha Wilson to try and pull away from us. A little bit of a bobble through turns 3 and 4 again. Fabiano looking back to the inside into turns 1 and 2, but we're going to shut the door on him. We're catching Armstrong here. Armstrong slipping up just a little off the race lead. 2 to go at the line. Wilson seems to be getting faster here over the course of the race too, so we'll have to look out for her in the feature. I think we did better overall here in this dash than what we did in the heat race. But we're also going to have lap traffic to deal with come feature time. So we'll have to see how that's going to work. Coming out of turn 4, we're going to bring it home in third. Ben Armstrong will get the win here in the qualifying dash. And that's will set the field up now for the feature. So we will be starting in third. This is going to be a fun championship little chase here to the finish, these final 4 races. I do believe that got a great opportunity to get it done. We're now running at some of our better tracks though here these next couple races, so we'll see. Oh, Wilson almost came down into us, and we had to go way down at the last second. We were able to sweep on past her, and now Armstrong is going to go high through turns 3 and 4. We're going to slide to the inside, a chance for the lead off of turn 4, but we can't clear him that time. Armstrong still having to test the top lines. Wilson on the bottom right behind us as we lead the opening lap of the race. And look at us go, trying to win the feature. But can we hang on, because we know for a fact that we got 2 cars behind us that could be faster. But where are they at now? As Armstrong's back to 5th and Wilson is now falling outside of the top 5. And now Armstrong is outside of the top 5. That could be the best opportunity for us, is knowing that the 2 fastest cars in the field aren't even in the top 5 now after terrible starts to this race. So we'll have to see if they can battle back through the traffic. Fabiano's trying to catch us. We're about similar in speed to each other, as he's about a half second off the lead here. Still 26 laps to go. Lap traffic kind of staying a little high, at least for right now. Still worried about Armstrong and Wilson. More so Armstrong. I think we have a big enough lead on Samantha Wilson right now, even though we're still somewhat early in the race. I think we can hold her off. Armstrong, even though he's just over 6 seconds back, I mean, you never know. You have 22 laps left in this race compared to just 8 laps that we run in a heat or a dash. Plus we could get a caution before the end of this too, and maybe they could get a good restart this time around. Definitely want to stay green as long as possible here, because even if we don't win, if we finish that far ahead of Armstrong and Jackson, little contact there, a lot of traffic now just in front of us, into the inside wall, and around goes one of the lap cars. That'll bring out a yellow as he bounces around. Armstrong back to 9th, Wilson in 7th. They're both going to restart on the inside, and there's the caution I did not want to see. So the green flag going to be back in the air. Do have a little bit of damage though after clipping the inside wall just a tad. Torres possibly going to look for the lead as he gets around Fabiano on the opening lap of the restart. 20 laps to go, only a third of the way home. And again, that caution was costly because here comes Armstrong trying to fight back through the field again. He is up to 3rd after restarting 9th in just 2 laps. Now he's up to 2nd. Unbelievable. In 2 laps from 9th to 2nd. And he's going to challenge for the lead here in a lap or 2. We're going to have to hold on for dear life at this point. Armstrong going to go to the top side. Trying something different to get the straightaway speed now. 18 to go. Still about a second off the lead. Price is battling with him, though, and that's what I want to see, is a battle going on for second, allowing us to pull away a little bit. Each other out of the rear view, the top of your screen. No lead is safe at this point in the race. Armstrong in third, now back to fourth. Oh, a little contact there with the lap car again. We've got to stop doing that. It's not only slowing us down, of course, and giving us more damage, but remember, that's how we had a caution about 5 to 6 laps ago. A bunch of field up. Armstrong came fighting through. If he gets another great restart again, we could be in trouble. He is back to fourth, though, for right now. Corey Price about a second and a half off the lead in the second position. Closing on a lot more lap cars again, taking it 3 wide to the bottom of the racetrack, really trying to slide in front of him. Great job getting around him quick. So we are nearing 10 laps to go in this feature. Just from the beginning, though, it just seemed like it was a race in which I didn't think that we were going to have a chance to win. I knew we were going to have a chance easily to finish inside the top 5, but yeah, this is looking great right now. We can just get another win on the season. We're in very good shape to win this championship. About a second and a half to 2 second lead, still 9 laps to go. I'm just praying that we stay green to the end. Armstrong has fallen back now to 4.5 seconds off the lead, and Samantha Wilson still has not yet cracked the top 5 since starting this race. Yeah, it's not looking good for everybody here. Final 8 laps. Just the one caution so far, though. 2.5 second lead now. Young kind of in our way there, and now so is Phillips. And Young kind of gives us a little bit of a boot. A lot of heavy lap traffic going on right now. 6 laps to go into turns 1 and 2. Just trying to stay ahead of Phillips, and now we are able to. So 11 drivers are currently on the lead lap. Only cost us about a half a second. A little more clean air in front of us. 5 to go. This has definitely turned into more of a dominant season than what it looked like it was going to be just about 4 races ago. Just remember, when we had 9 races left on the season, we were 8 points back in the points lead. And boy, have the tides turned from that point on. Jackson has not been running nearly as well as he did first half of the season. We're running just as good, if not better, than what I would have expected in the second half of the year, especially the way we started the season. Just keeping the ball rolling. And really pulling away with this points lead here. 2 laps to go now. Fabiano is back to 10th, and he is going to go a lap down. So now only 9 drivers are on the lead lap in this race. It's crazy. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go this time by. Out to about a 3-second lead here to the finish of this race. Off of turn 4, checkered flag is going to be in the air. We're going to win our first race of the stream. And a huge points advantage now coming out of this race because Armstrong finishes 5th. He came in 3rd in the points. Vincent Jackson, who came in 2nd, finishes 9th. Last car in the lead lap. which is where he started the race. Armstrong started from the pole. He won his heat race. It did not look like he was going to finish fifth. It looked like he had a great chance to win and never really competed for it. Got back up to second once, but once he got just within a second, we started pulling away again. So yeah, I'll take the win. And that'll move Armstrong up to second in the point standings now. So Vincent Jackson is quickly falling back to third in the standings. We look at the points. That's our 8th win of the season. Win number 10 on our career here in the 305 series. So that's a nice little milestone. And it's a tie for second in points right now between Armstrong and Jackson. And Jackson has the tiebreaker with the most wins. So Jackson's actually technically still in second. Armstrong is in third. But the way things are rolling here, it looks like Armstrong's probably going to be the next man up. 3 races to go on the season. Just need 2 top 5s in a 3-race stretch here, and we already got 1 in the first race, so that's good. Not sure how this next race is going to go. I do know the second to last race of the season, that's where we won one of our 2 races last year, so I would assume that we're going to have another good run going for us there. This track's pretty weird, though, this next one here at Farm Hill. So we'll definitely have to see how this one is going to go. So we look at the point standings again. We have a 68-point lead on Ben Armstrong to this point in the season. So kind of a lead. We'll have to see here. We go to the career settings. We'll run a full race here these next 2 races, and then for the finale we'll run a 75% race. So here we go, an event with a 40-lap feature. Going to do a couple laps of practice here. Again, back-to-back races on this doubleheader, and then at 2 o'clock Eastern Standard Time we'll run our Vegas Xfinity Series race. That should be a fun one. Final race of the regular season there. We've clinched the regular season title 2 races early, and then we got another win at Indianapolis and a thriller there. So see how this is going to go. Let's run one more lap here. Get to see how fast this car is exactly going to be over the course of this race. Second lap was fast enough to get that bonus. Now into qualifying. Oh, I don't know what that was. That was weird. All right. If I remember right, though, this track is very, very difficult to pass. We'll just have to see how this race is going to go. Got a great car right now, though. First lap is a 13:36. It at least met our goal time. Oh, a bit of a mistake coming out of turn 2. I think that first lap's probably going to be our quickest. Yeah, it was. So 13:36. We'll qualify 4th. Not bad at all. We'll be starting on the pole in our 4th heat race. Armstrong, of course, on the pole, and Vincent Jackson will actually qualify 6th. They both came in tied for 2nd in the points standings, so this will be pretty fun here. Farm Mill Raceway. Here we go. Top 5 advance to the feature. Just trying to avoid something really crazy. Green flag going to be in the air. And here we go. We got 10 laps in this heat race. Things are looking good though so far, I do have to say. We are flying around this place, pulling away in our heat race. Already only halfway home, 5 laps to go. Covered in a little too deep there through 1 and 2. Almost put it in the wall off of 2. Wow. What a race we are having here. This is a dust bowl though. I do remember that this track was dusty last time we raced here. I think we surprised with the top 5 finish too, so. By running like we weren't even going to finish in the top 10 there for a little bit. Starting to drive it in a little too deep now. We still have about a 4.5 second lead, 2 laps to go. And these lap cars though just so tough to pass now into the outside wall off of turn 2. I think it was about time we put in the wall up there. Oh, Campbell about got in our way. I don't know how we squeezed it there and didn't hit the wall or him. White flag in the air now, 1 lap to go. And it looks like we're going to easily go on to win this heat race. No real competition here. We'll roll into the dash with about a 4-second win. So onto the dash we go. And we will start 4th. Green flag is going to be in the air. We are underway. Got 10 laps. Starting on the outside. Not sure how that's going to work. Definitely like to run the middle of the top lanes. The bottom is the passing lane for sure, but we'll see over the course of this race how this is going to work. We're 3 wide sandwiched right in the middle here. We'll just let Fabiano go. He seems to be a little faster off the start of the race. But now he moves high, giving us the opportunity to pass him, so we have to take that and run with it here. We'll easily move up to 3rd into 1 and 2. So Ben Armstrong leads, Samantha Wilson in 2nd. A 68-point lead over Armstrong and Vincent Jackson were tied coming into this event. This isn't their last opportunity to strike, but they are definitely running out of opportunities. And I know for a fact we're going to be competing for a win in the next race. I can guarantee it. It looks like we're going to be competing here as well. Again, though, in this dash, we're not going to deal with lap traffic versus in the feature we will. So it's looking like we're going to finish third. And honestly, the way Samantha Wilson has run consistently throughout the second half of the year, if she would have had a stellar first half of the season, she probably would have a chance at the title. Honestly, the way she's running in the second half of the year is the way Vincent Jackson was running in the first half of the season. The only difference is Wilson doesn't have nearly as many wins. Probably because we're winning a lot of races here over the course of the year. Only had 4 different winners this season. They're all the top 4 in points. We're going to move up to second past Wilson there off of turn 2. We'll have 2 laps to go at the line this time. We're still about a second off the race lead. Definitely trying to catch him here. Tried running a little higher line there through 3 and 4, now through 1 and 2. Doesn't look like that's going to work. You have to run closer to the bottom. Checker flag in the air. We're going to finish second in our dash. So that's a good start to things here. It's about a 1-second victory. We'll be starting outside pole for the feature. Here we go, green flag in the air. We are underway. A 40-lap feature event coming your way here in race 2 of 4 of the live stream. Armstrong quickly trying to slide into the race lead. Look at him just blocking us at this point. Contact now with the leaders. We're going to move on up to the lead, a bump and run there. And now we've got the clean air going into turn 1. Just trying to hold them at this point. Looking for another win on the season. It would be our 9th of the year. Career win number 11. Now I know we had 14 wins in the midget series, and we're going to have less than that by the time we finish this 305 career up. But we won a championship in our second year versus in our third year in the midget series. Plus, we ran 3 seasons in the midget series and only 2 here in the 305s. I know it's a longer season, but still, and it's tougher competition, so see more variety of winners. It seemed like we were competing basically with Tony Stewart every week in the midget series when we were competitive after our rookie season. We came out of the gates hot here, which is something that we had to do in our third year to win. Although the points battle isn't nearly as impressive or as competitive, we've had some great races over the course of the season that have just gone our way as we're in the wall off of 2. Just able to block Armstrong now going into 3, but here he comes on the inside. A little bit of a rub. He tried to rub us, but it actually kind of hurt him more than it helped us, or more than it helped him. Now we're caught in the back car, or lap car, excuse me, of Watson. More contact now with him. So we wash up the track. More contact with the race leader, Watson. Into the wall now, going into 1 and 2. We're going to lose the lead. Contact, around goes Watson. That will bring out a caution. It's our first of the race. And we'll stack them and rack them now, and we'll have a restart. Green flag going to be in the air. Armstrong leads us to the green again here. 32 laps to go in the race. We got a little bit of rear bumper damage. So we're trying to move to the race lead off of turns 1 and 2. Down to the inside into 3 and 4. Big slide job now. Riding the brakes through the corner. Trying to get it to hold. We're going to block Armstrong at the line. We lead the lap. Armstrong, though, still going for the race lead. Can't get us that time. And in fact, Keith Torres is going to move up to second. And maybe Torres has a shot to try and contend for the win here. 30 laps to go. We're a quarter of the way through this feature. Keith Torres trying to put up a fight. Samantha Wilson up to 3rd. Price up to 4th. Armstrong, who was in in second and battling for the lead there for a while before the caution is now back to fifth. In the wall off of 2, and there goes Torres, as Keith Torres is going to take the race lead here at Farm Mill Raceway. Trying to get him back here. Had to check up through 1 and 2 a little bit. We'll try to catch him to 3 and 4 now. So he gets into the side of the lap car. That'll cost him a little bit of time. Still 26 laps to go. Plenty of time to try and catch him. A little bit of a brush off the wall that time, and a big slide job now going into the turns 3 and 4 on the outside of the racetrack he goes. And now look at Samantha Wilson. Wilson is going to move around the outside to get up to second. Power move through turns 1 and 2. A lot more heavy lap traffic just ahead. Seems like we're good until we hit lap traffic, and then we just cannot hold our line. Again, it's just so hard to pass here. Hard into the outside wall again as we get hooked. Kind of hooked ourselves though. Off of the 19 of Young. We're making a lot of contact with these lap cars here. Almost halfway home. We're at least trying to catch Wilson again. We have fallen now about 2 seconds off the race lead. So 2.5 seconds off the lead, just past halfway through this feature. We're gonna have enough to try and catch him here. I don't know. Wilson caught up in lap traffic again. We close in on her here, going into turns 1 and 2. Big run off of turn 2. Looking to the, oh, inside. Hard contact into the outside wall again, giving us a little bit more damage. Keith Torres now out to about a 3-second lead here. Lap traffic is just not working out for me. It looks like it's slowing Samantha Wilson down quite a bit too, so we might need another caution before the end of this race. We're going to want a shot to win it. Armstrong again though falls out of the top 5 despite starting on the pole for the feature. And not only starting on the pole, but he restarted after that one caution in the lead as well, so just a tough break going for him here. Late in the season, him and Jackson, pressure seems to be too much at this point. Ooh! Just moving on by there. I'll be content with the 3rd place finish. Again, I mean, we got a huge points lead and we're still going to gain on that. We're going to have over a 70-point lead into the next race if we finish inside the top 3 here, and Armstrong still fails to get into the top 5, as well as Jackson. Maybe Jackson's got a shot to take second in points again over Armstrong, depending on where they're both running. Now about 4.5 seconds off the race lead. And about a 3-second lead for Torres on Wilson. So his largest lead of the race to this point. Oh, into the inside wall. Oh no, and we crash into the outside wall. That cost us a ton of time. Now the caution will fly as we fall all the way back to 5th. Looks like Armstrong and Jackson, though, are both 1 lap down. So we'll still likely finish in front of them, but now our car is heavily damaged. Gonna move up to 4th on the restart. Now up to third quickly with a damaged race car, trying to maybe have a shot at the win still. 7 laps to go. Torres has lost the lead now to Samantha Wilson. We're going to move up to second. We will catch lap traffic again before the finish of the race, but somehow with a damaged car, we're trying to will our way to victory and will this car into victory lane. Wilson goes high through 1 and 2. We're going to take the race lead. This car is so out of shape with all the damage, but we have a shot. 5 laps to go. We're in the lead. The lap traffic looming here in a couple laps, although we're going to pull away for now. We've got to get through those lap cars better than what we have this entire race, because that will not cut it if we can't do that. 4 to go now. I don't think we're going to catch them until next lap. We'll catch them with 3 laps to go. So for the final 3 laps of this race, can we get it done? We have a 1-second lead, not big at all. Samantha Wilson in second right now. There's Bob Allen running in last. Those 2 cars are racing with each other just in front of us, costing us just enough time through turns 3 and 4. And here comes Wilson. Now about a half second off the race lead. 2 to go at the line. And Wilson might catch us. Gonna have to run a little higher. Through 3 and 4, Meyer's still going to kind of hold us up. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Wilson now being held up by the lap cars. Still half second back into turns 3 and 4 for the final time. Dive bomb to the inside, but she's going to be too far back. We're going to somehow will our way to win. And we have won the first 2 races of the live stream. Wow. Jackson falls outside the top 10, finishes 11th. Armstrong in second place down the points alone, but he finishes a lap down in 7th. Willing this car to victory lane. I am not sure how that happened, but we will take it. As we take a look at the points, yeah, just a huge lead now. An 82-point lead over Ben Armstrong. 70 points as a full feature race in a showcase event, which we will finish the season on. So these final 2 races, even if we run this next race pretty well, we might not even have to race in the next race. We have over a 90 point lead. We have the tiebreaker too with the most wins. So yeah, if we have a 90 point lead in the standings here, leaving this next race, we won't even have to race in the event. So maybe a chance here to clinch the championship at Durango Park. Keep it at 100% race here. I know we're definitely going to compete for the win at this race. We won this race in the last season. We'll see how we can do it here. Just over $330,000. Going to get another $10,800 because of that little bonus incentive. Finishing top 5 in a 2 out of 3 race stretch. We won the first 2 races of that stretch, so we're easily going to get that. And we'll probably end up winning this one too, getting the clean sweep there. So maybe we actually have a shot to win every race of the live stream here. That's not impossible. Again, a first of 2 race streams. So 2 streams back to back here to start the day on the channel, and then we will stream later today at 2 o'clock for the NASCAR Xfinity Series on NASCAR Heat 4 in our Vegas race. Final race of the regular season, second race at Vegas. Little contact. Again though, man, I really love this racetrack. Oh my goodness. I don't know what that was all about. Wow, these guys racing way too aggressively here in hot laps. Just gonna let them go. we did get our sponsor bonus there on the final lap of the 5. So qualifying, here we come. Pole position ran a 12.96. It was probably Ben Armstrong. He's qualified pretty well over the course of the season. But we have an 82-point lead on him. Oh, yeah, that first lap's going to be better. We got a little tight off of... Oh, no, it wasn't by 0.04 of a second. The second lap was quicker. I think that second lap would have been even faster if we didn't have to check up out of 4, too. So we qualify 7th, I believe. Nope, 8th, sorry. We'll qualify 8th. Heat race... No, yeah, I had it right. Qualified 7th. So heat race number 3 is what we were running. We'll start 2nd there. Yep, Armstrong wins it. Jackson in 5th. Jackson might be eliminated for sure if we beat him in this race, and then we have to beat Armstrong by 2 positions. Samantha Wilson will start on the pole here in this heat. Green flag will be in the air, and we are underway for race 3 of the live stream. Great shot here to look for the clean sweep. A little contact. Oh, man. Lopez there for a second. Trying to get through these corners. Now more contact coming out of turn 4. This is not a long race at all here. Now we're going to try to run Wilson down. See if we're any faster. Wilson goes high through turns 1 and 2. We're going to try to catch and pass her here. We can't clear her up off of turn 2, but she's still there. Diamond's a corner off, trying to cross us over here as we finally clear her out of turn 4. 7 laps to go. Goes back to the outside. That's just not working for her. Great corner through 3 and 4 that time. Two-second lead now, just trying to pull away with it. Oh, little bobble getting into the corner. Kind of possible to run this place full throttle around the racetrack, but it is a lot more difficult to set the car. Oh, hard into the back of Sanders there. It's quite a bit of damage through turns 3 and 4. Wilson now only second off the lead with 4 laps to go, and we have not locked in this heat race win yet. Wilson could be coming. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. 2.5 lead right now over Samantha Wilson. This is looking good, and with the win here in this heat, we will start 3rd in the dash. And there we go. We're going to get the win. So 3rd place starting spot in the dash now. Armstrong going to be on the pole. We beat him by 2 positions here. We will clinch the championship a race early with a 90-plus point lead. Now remember, Armstrong had clinched the championship in this race last season before we got to the title race. So let's see if we can dethrone him for the title. He's going to battle as hard as he can to at least have a shot going into the next event, which it is a showcase race to end the year, of course. Quickly to the lead after lap 1. We have to beat him by 2 spots, so if he finishes runner-up in 2nd, even if we win, we'll still have to at least try to make the feature in the next event. But for him to even have a shot in the next feature, he has to be less than 70 points out after this race. So we'll see if he'll be willing to do anything it takes here to win the title. Not sure. We'll have to keep an eye on where he finishes, of course, in this race as well. Definitely looking like we've got the fastest car, though, in this event. Didn't have the qualifying speed. Could have qualified better. I don't think we would have gotten the pole still, but Armstrong's just been so tough to beat as far as the pole laps have been all season. So we might run a shorter final race than what I was originally going to expect. Only because there's a good chance we might clinch the title early anyway. Look at Armstrong, he's falling outside the top 5. Now this is the dash though, not the feature, so still expect him to maybe compete come feature time. We'll have to see though. All we can do is try to do our part here. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go now in the qualifying dash. And just like that, we're going to win it. Pretty soundly there. Good chance to clinch the title after this race. A race early. Durango Park Raceway will start on the pole for the feature. I think Armstrong, is going to start 5th. So we'll see how this goes. Green flag is going to be in the air. 40 lap feature underway on this short track, 4/10 mile racetrack. And here we go. So yep, Armstrong going to start 5th. Jackson nowhere to be found here in the top 5 at least. His title hopes definitely hanging in the balance here, but so is Armstrong's, and look at that as we lead lap 1 here to start this race. Armstrong trying to take it 3 wide now for second, but he gets sandwiched in the middle. That doesn't work out for him. Look at these guys trying to hold on to the lead here, or contend for the lead at least. For a short moment there, it looked like they might have been able to have a chance, so obviously if we get cautions, you never know what could happen over the course of the race if that happens. We'll see how the lap traffic will work. We get around our first lap car pretty easily there. On lap 4 we already caught a lap car. Goes to show how short this track is. It's 4/10 mile, but it almost feels shorter the way this is an indoor track. Looks exactly like the Chili Bowl. Say that a lot every time we race here, but we race here quite often. Three wide all the way through that last corner, and somehow we never made contact at all. We just did a superb job hanging in there. Armstrong is in 3rd, and to even have a shot at the title in the next race, he needs to finish 2nd if we win. So that is going to be the battle we'll have to look out for as we try to pull away more. We got about a 3-second lead on Keith Torres and about a 5-second lead on Armstrong. So Armstrong about 2 to 2.5 seconds behind Torres. And even if we do clinch the title here, we will still run the next race, especially with it being a showcase race. A lot of money on the line still. So we'll obviously try to go for the win there. Plus it's our final career 305 series race, so I don't want to make this our final career race. I think we're going to have a great shot to possibly contend for a championship in the 410s in our rookie season. I could be wrong, but we'll see. Let's take $55,000 to start the team, and we're almost at $350,000, so cut into our budget quite a bit just for getting the car itself. Oh, around go. Oh no! Caution is gonna fly as we get caught up now. As the car in front of us went around spinning after hitting the inside, one of those infield tires. On the inside of the racetrack in the corners. So the caution's gonna fly. Got a little bit of damage there on the front bumper. 25 laps to go now in this race. They might have a shot to challenge here for a couple laps. Armstrong going to the inside for second on Torres. That brings them closer together as we near the halfway point in this feature. Quickly though, just trying to pull away from the field, not make this a race at all at this point. Armstrong is falling back to fourth now. Samantha Wilson's up to third. That's going to hurt him a little bit more. About a second lead here on Torres. Remember, 2 positions ahead. Only 2 because we do have a tiebreaker. We do have a tiebreaker. Having more wins on the season. A little contact there for a second. Halfway home, 20 laps to go. About a second and a half lead here on Torres. Wow, Vincent Jackson's up to third now. He's definitely going to have to finish in front of us here by a couple positions if he's still going to want a shot into the last event. But Armstrong is now falling outside of the top 5. And again, the pressure just too much on these restarts. It is definitely getting to him. Three wide through turns 1 and 2 there with the lap traffic. That got a little crazy quick. Not sure where Armstrong's at on the racetrack right now, but only 7 drivers are on the lead lap. So Armstrong's actually back into the top 5. He's in 5th again. He's about 7 seconds off the lead. Still, we only have about a 2 to 2.5 second lead on Torres. 15 laps to go. Still plenty of time. Maybe we'll get another caution. We had one because of a car hitting the infield, one of the infield tires in the corners. Maybe that'll happen again. Maybe they'll just lose control. You're battling this late in the season for a championship. Who knows? Maybe like a guy like Armstrong or Jackson. We're now racing with each other for 4th. They're in a battle. Or at least will be soon because Jackson's about a second ahead of him. We are looking good. So no matter what here, we're getting closer to winning the title. 10 laps to go now, away from a championship. Oh, we'll contact the lap cars there. Careful, guys. Jeez. Want a clean race with the... Oh, contact with Parker. Oh, no. Around he goes. Caution is going to fly. Armstrong Jackson still on the lead lap, and they have a shot. Well, that was our fault that time. Oh, that's a pain. So try to clinch the championship here, a race early. Again, we have to finish 2 positions ahead of Armstrong. Jackson's way behind us in the points. He's going to need a miracle to even have a shot going into the next race. They're already for the lead, just trying to hold on to it. Samantha Wilson quickly up to 2nd now. Armstrong up to 3rd. Remember, we have to beat him by at least 2 positions. He's going for second. He still wants a shot into the final race of the season. He might have that opportunity. He's going to move into second and maybe contend for the lead here. Here he comes. Only 8 laps to go, excuse me. And Armstrong now quickly going to lose the position again. His championship hopes are fading. With Samantha Wilson now up to second place, a couple car lengths ahead of him with only 7 laps to go. Armstrong fading back about 3 to 3.5 seconds off the lead, but most importantly, just to have a shot next week, he's got to at least finish second if we win this race. Only 5 to go. He's catching up. A little less than a second behind Wilson again. Lap traffic is hurting Samantha Wilson's performance in the race car. 4 laps to go. Oh boy, had to ride the brakes there coming out of turns 3 and 4. I didn't think we were going to be able to hold that line. Sorry, through 1 and 2 rather. Roberts makes a little contact with us, and now we're getting held up by the lap traffic, but we have about a 2.5 second lead still. Wilson about a 1.5 seconds ahead of Armstrong. Armstrong coming on quick. 2 to go. We'll see. Maybe we'll get another caution. I don't know. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. We've had 2 cautions in this race so far. 4 wide for a second going into 1 and 2. 3-second lead. We're going to win the race. And not only we're going to win the race, but we're going to win the championship a race early. What a finish to this season. A great stretch of races. Armstrong brings it home in 3rd, but that will not be good enough. His championship hopes are now done as we have a tiebreaker on him, so even if he wins and we miss out on the feature in the next race, we will tie for the points standings, and we have the most wins, so therefore we will win the championship. What a season. I mean, what a season. 10 wins on the year now, 12 on our career. We'll go for 13 in the next race. In the season finale, even though we already have the championship, it'll be our final career 305 series race.
"25 career wins. Keep them coming."
25 career wins total. I don't think that counts. We're not even in the 410s yet, but anyway. Nearing in on 350,000. I guarantee we'll have about 350,000 after the next race. So we've won 3 races in a row now as we go to the showcase to end the season. At Rockberry Raceway, exactly where we started the year. Yeah, why not? We'll go for the win here. Final race of our career. We'll run a short 25% race, means we already have the title clinched. So yeah, here we go. This will definitely be a fun one. Final race of the stream, and then we'll repair parts here. So final race of the stream, and then we'll start the 410s and the next stream coming up right after this. So hopefully you guys will stay tuned. And that stream will start in a couple minutes after this one. Season finale. We have the championship clinched already with the win in the last race, but we will obviously go for the more cash, the most cash that we can. And that is especially with knowing that the 410 sprint cars cost a lot of money. $55,000. We have well more than enough to get the car, obviously, but to be competitive in a rookie season like we're going to want, we're definitely going to have to spend a lot of money right after this. So here we go. Just run a couple laps here and hot laps to get things started. Just gonna run 2 laps here to get a good qualifying trial in. I feel fast here. Not bad. 1679. Car definitely feels fast. We'll go into qualifying. Now I do have to say, outside of the demo mode for 2 races, when I was waiting for the game to download when I first got it, to kind of get a feel for what the game might be like, I raced at the same track at Arrowwood both times. Those are the only 2 races that I have done with the 410 sprint car. So when we start our career mode, it's going to be like almost a fresh start with the sprints. 1707, so not a great first lap. Ran about 4/10 faster in hot laps as we bullet into 3 and 4, trying to get it to stick. Yeah, I don't think that helped. Yeah, even slower. Yeah, that was not good. 14th. Yeah, we were 4/10 quicker in hot laps, so we'll see here. Starting 3rd in heat race number 4. It's going to be a tough one to win to finish the season off. We did win the first showcase race of the 4 on the year, but the second 2, the second race, we did not finish well at all. We finished 12th, our worst finish of the season. The only time we finished outside the top 10. And then the last showcase race we were in the last stream, we ended up finishing 2nd, right behind Armstrong at the finish. We just could not get around him those last few laps. So we got 3 laps in this heat race here, in this shortened event. Oh, almost moving into 2nd on Jimmy Lewis. This track is so tough to pass. You really got to try to get him through 3 and 4. Just slide it, through 3 and slide it through 4. Kind of the same thing in 1 and 2. Not quite close enough here to get Fabiano yet, but we do close in on him. We are in 2nd, so we are in a qualifying dash position. We are going to be coming close to the finish of this heat race, and we're obviously going to want to win. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Can we get Fabiano? Looking to the inside. He slides up. We slide up. There's contact coming out of turn 2. Into the wall. Now we got to hold on for 2nd here. Out of shape going into turns 3 and 4. On the inside, we might lose our spot in the dash. Off of 4, Jimmy Lewis is going to steal the 2nd place position. And we go from challenging for the win to not even making the dash. Oh no. And we will be starting 14th in the feature because of it. That was worst case scenario right there. Oh man, this is going to be a wild one to finish the season. Thank goodness we already got the championship clinched. Because if we didn't, we might be... Here we go. Championship was already clinched coming into this event, so... We'll see how this is going to go. Got to go for broke here in the showcase race. Try to go for the win. This could be fun, but we only have 12 laps to go from 14th to the win. That's over a car a lap. See how this goes here through turns 3 and 4. Not going to waste any time. This is our final career race in the 305 series, though. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to win. We don't have to race clean. No, I'm a clean racer, but... I mean, I can beat this car up a little bit. We won't have to repair it. Oh, big slide. We're on the move here. We're quickly up to the 8th spot. I think we'll have a chance here to win this race. We need those leaders to battle with each other, with themselves. Lewis just got back around us now. About to get passed again. Unbelievable. Look at Parker. Moving up another spot. We'll try to get back around him through turns 3 and 4, and we will. Back up to 9th again. 9 laps to go. Oh, Lewis goes around. He gets tagged off of our front bumper. Caution's going to fly. So no, that actually hurts us because now we're restarting on the outside. That is definitely not the preferred line on this racetrack. Almost a solid 1-groove track. So we gotta somehow either beat this guy, Corey Price, on the inside of us into the corner, or we just gotta back out of the gas and go under him, and that's what we do. And actually we're able to slide in front of him somehow. That was probably the best thing that could have happened. Who knows? Maybe we got a shot. We're up to 6th. 8 laps to go. We still got time. Vincent Jackson now just in front of us. That'll move us up to 5th. Jackson, though, going to try the crossover back to the inside. There's some contact. We're rubbing with each other. Into turn 1 now. Trying to hold the position. Almost got Fabiano through turns 1 and 2. We'll try to get him through 3 and 4 now. Again, Jackson trying to contest on the bottom of the racetrack. He is there off of turn 4. More contact. We get hooked together. Jackson goes around. Hard. We make contact. Field bobbles up behind, and the caution will fly for the second time. And again, we're unfortunately restarting on the outside, but this time we've got, I mean, we hit him pretty hard, so we probably got a lot of damage on this race car now. Again, with the title clinch, we're doing everything we can to win this race. Get all that money here for the showcase event quickly into the outside wall. That is trouble right out of the gate, as we are going to lose a couple spots. Yeah, this car is definitely hard to handle now. Be lucky to finish inside the top 5. 5 laps to go. We'll give it our all, but through turns 1 and 2, we're going to make a pass on one of them. Move up to 7th. We'll try to get around Dale Baker for 6 now through turns 3 and 4. It was inside up the exit of 4. We're not going to get him that time. Within striking distance, so going into turn 1, and we got him. So back up to the 6th position again. We might need another caution to even have a shot here, but I want to restart on the inside. If we do get the L, oh, drove it in way too deep through 3 and 4, and we're going to lose another spot. And we're right back to 7th again. A little contact with Baker, and we'll move on by. 2 laps to go at the line this time. Armstrong barely holding on to the race lead. So despite only winning 1 showcase race on the season, we did get quite a bit of wins over the course of the year. Just don't think we're going to win this one. Again, we could get a caution. We could stack us back up again. I just don't see a caution happening. We're getting pretty spread out. White flag in the air, 1 lap to go. Well, might not win in our final career 305 series race, but we already won the championship. And we'll move on to the 410 sprints in the next stream coming up right after this. See what kind of a presentation we'll get here. It's not glorious in this game, I have noticed that, but oh well, you know, win's a win. So Ben Armstrong does get the win. That's his 2nd showcase victory of the season, and the final season points look like this, as he is going to get 2nd place by 20 points over Vincent Jackson. They match 5 wins apiece. We got 10 on the season and 12 in our career. Yeah, pretty dominant season, especially in the second half of the year. With 9 races to go, we were actually down 8 points to Vincent Jackson, who was actually the points leader. So it's just amazing how much he fell off in the second half of the season. Still get quite a bit of money out of this race. It's going to put us near the $400,000 mark. Now it's time to purchase a 410 Sprinter here. Well, we didn't get the win I would have hoped for. Kind of a sloppier event there. So yeah, we're going to run in the 410s. Get the 305 championship. Surprised Tony Stewart didn't say anything about it. Stay with Black Sports Racing here. Not going to change the team name. Oh boy. Okay, so we're going to get the calculator out here, kind of like I did with the NASCAR Heat 4 career mode, and we'll see how much money we'll make for the long haul of the season. 1530. I think there's 30, yeah, 35 races. Plus signing bonus. So a grand total of $51,450 if we sign with Sharp Advantage. That's over the course of the season, just in sponsorship money. And we have almost that signing bonus with Indy. And honestly, that signing bonus only makes it as if our car was only $10,000, essentially, that we lost. 46. Or sorry, whoops. So. Oh yeah, way more. I mean, I could have saw that by eyeballing it, but yeah, we're gonna get like a little over $40,000 more just by signing here with Indy Metal, and a huge signing bonus on top of it too. So that's nice. We're gonna change the number. We're gonna edit this car, and for the Sprint Series, we're gonna go with number 99. We're changing it up. That was my number when I raced go-karts. It's gonna be our number now. We gotta go a long way. Dang it. So let's see here. Ooh, yeah, I like that one better. Gonna go with that. Number fill. Yeah. Let's do it. It's gonna be a fun little season here. Start the season up.
Welcome to the All-Star Circuit of Champions. You made it.
That's it, man. I was expecting more. All right. Yeah, this goal is probably going to be a little easier. I think we're going to be a lot faster what the points say. We're 41st, but I mean, we're going to be a lot more competitive, I think, than the game thinks. Start the season. We're starting it off at Roxbury. Let's take a look at the schedule here a little bit. I think you pretty much run every one of the 23 or 24 racetracks in the game. And you run a few of them twice. Finish the season off there at Sugarbush. So yeah, starting it off here at Roxbury. This will be pretty interesting. How many showcase races do we have? First one isn't until race 9. 2, 3. I was expecting 5. Yeah, so five showcase races. 3 in the midgets, 4 305s, 5 here, so that makes sense. Alright. So in this series, we do have actual drivers. Not all of them, but I think we have... what, about 15 or so actual drivers in this series? Yeah, we'll start off the next video from here then. No, we'll upgrade. We'll buy new parts here before we finish this up. We'll see how yeah. Ooh. My gosh. Maybe we aren't going to contend for a title this rookie season. I thought we were going to have a shot, but... look at how much... this is just an engine. Wow, we're going to be in trouble. I thought we were going to need, like, closer to... could get this one. I don't know if it's worth it. You get a discount, 10%. I'd like that one. We're so close to it. I wonder if we just run this next race, suffer, get the money that we can, or 2 races, or however long it is, and then get this engine. Go from there. Oh yeah, we got a wing too. Spend more money on a wing. I mean, the rest of the stuff is pretty salvageable. Oh boy, man, this is something. So I thought we were going to contend for a title. I think I was a little in over my head. I don't know what to do here. I don't know what kind of... Do we just start 2-star everything and... I don't know what the best strategy is here. It's a long season, but I want to be competitive. Quick. A little impatient with this. Now we could sell, yeah, we could sell our old stuff. No, we can't sell anything because we don't have the 305. See, that's what I don't like. Like, it doesn't allow you to sell cars and pieces from your old cars even though you're not racing them anymore. Making a big purchase there. We're going big. Oh no, dude, this is not good. Oh, I got 3-star engine. Wasn't the one we were hoping for, but just over 20,000 left. So we're gonna have fast straightaway speed. Wow. I think that's all we're gonna purchase here. We're gonna try to tough it out. Start of the season. Looks like we're starting it from scratch here in this next race. And I'll see you guys in a couple minutes. Thanks for watching. As always, subscribe if you like NASCAR. I bring the content on the daily. Hit the like button if you enjoy the races and the video in general, and hit the bell notification so you never miss an upload. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys here soon.